All right, welcome to another class in differentiation. This morning, we want to discuss the third method of solving differentiation, which we have already started. With us, we have a question here to profile. Now, first thing you have to note is that I said in chain rule, we use two constants, which is y and u. We use two constants, which is y and u, and then everything in the bracket is my u. Y becomes, when you remove this variable and put u inside, y becomes u raised to the power of this. So that's the way we do it. So let's quickly provide solution to this. So first thing is first, everything in this bracket becomes u, which is this value and this value. Next up, how do I get my y? I just said, since we already know that all of this one is u, so when you remove this value and put u there, we have that y becomes u raised to the power of this. So I have that my u becomes minus 3 over 4. Now, by the formula of chain rule, we said is dy dx here, which will give you dy over du times du over dx. So this becomes my formula. So we went further to say that you cannot use u because there is no value for u here. Like all of this one is not u, or all of this one is not y. So what that means is that we are supposed to differentiate u with respect to this x. So u differentiate u with respect to this x. Next up, we are able to differentiate y with respect to u, which is this one. So how do we do the differentiation? We simply say you carry the power of x multiplying the variable or the base, and then you subtract 1 from it. I say that again. You carry the power of x to multiply the base and then remove 1 from the power of x. So that is how you differentiate. So let's go to this. So I'll put this arrow to indicate I want to differentiate the u with respect to x. So I'll take u first before x. Now, next thing you have to notice that we are only concerned about where x is available. It is where x is. Look at this. This is x and this is x. So we can work with this. So we work with this and then we'll get our answer. So we are going to differentiate this first. When you differentiate this here, if you differentiate this, we are having 2x here and then remove 1 from the power. So this becomes just 2x, either raised to the power of 1 or you leave it like that. It's up to you. So first, I'm going to put 2x here. Next up, I want to differentiate 3. So to differentiate 3, that's 3x here. Already told you that this x appear 1 time here. So multiply this by 1. That is 1 times 3x. And then you remove 1 from this 1. So 1 times 3x will give us 3x. Remove 1 here, I'm having 0. So observe that the 0 is on top of the x, not the 3. So, and by the rules of indices, we say any letter or power raised to the or number raised to the power of 0, any letter or number raised to the power of 0 gives you 1. So from this point now, x raised to the power of 0 will give us 1. So that becomes 3 times 1. My variable becomes 3. So here, I'm going to put minus 3 here. So this is what I'm having here. Now, what is next? Let's go further. Now, next up here, I will put this arrow to indicate I want to differentiate. So I'm having dy over du. So I have dy over du here. This is what I'm having. So what do we do now? We are taking the power to multiply this. You must differentiate u because our constant is y and u whenever you want to solve chain rule. So I have minus 3 over 4 here, minus 3 over 4 times u. Then take this minus 3 over 4 again. I have it minus 3 over 4. Then you remove 1 from it. From this point now, if you multiply this one, we're having that minus 3u over 4 here. Do the math here. Since this one is fraction, make this one a fraction. So as we can now have that everything here will give us the power of 4. So 4 in 4 is 1. 1 times this one will give us minus 3. Next up, 1 in 4 is 4. 4 times this one will give us minus 4 here. So what else do we now do now? We only know that I will take all of this one out. So I have minus 3u here over 4, please. Then minus this will give us minus 7 over 4. So minus 3 minus 4 gives you minus 7 over 4 here. So we have differentiated this. So what do I do here now? I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one now and put all this variable here. put this one here, which is minus 3 over 4u minus 7 over 4. This is it. Now from here, observe that the y and the u has been gotten. This is it here. And also the u over the x has been gotten. This is it here. So what do I do in this place? I will just introduce it there. That is all. So any place I see dy du, now I'll put this one. Any place I see the u dx, now I'll put this one. So that means that we'll bring the constant out, this constant, which is now dy over dx here. Then that will give us my dy du here is this one. I have minus 3u minus 7 over 4 here times, I'm putting over 4 here, please, times, what is my du dx? My du dx here is 2x minus 3. That's what I'm having here. So I'll bring this one down, dy dx here. So what do I do now? This will multiply all of this numerator here. If I do that, watch this. I'm having that this 3 times this one now will give us minus 6x, then minus 3 here times minus 3, please. Minus 3 times minus 3. I'm having plus. Then 9u here. 9u here. So obviously, since they are all together, this is multiplying this one separately. This is multiplying this one separately. So I'll have that all of this one becomes, let me take it one step at a time. All of this one first minus this one, all of this one times this one. I'll have minus 6 x, then u raised to the power of minus 7 over 4, then times, minus, please, minus will affect this minus. I have plus here. This times this, I'm having 9 here. Then I will still have u raised to the power of minus 7 over 4. This is what I'm having here. So all of this one becomes over this 4 here. Now, from this point, what do we know? We already know that the y here over the x here, we already know that u is common here. U is common in this place. So I'll bring out my u. So I'll have that my u, which will give us minus 7 over 4 here. I'm bringing it out. So if I use this u to divide this, I'm going to have minus 6x here. Then plus, use this to divide this, I'm having just 9 here. Then all over 4 here. From this point, what do I know? I already know that if I remove this minus, I will have that u will drop. So if you have 3 minus 2x here, raised to the power of 1 here. If I want to remove this minus now, I will have it to be 1 all over. So this one comes down, 3 minus 2x, all raised to the power of this 1. So this one presses this value down. This one presses this one down. So that is the same rule we are going to apply here. So here we now have the y over the x here. So when this is introduced, I'm having 1 here times all of this minus 6x plus 9 here. This is what I'm having. So all over, so the u drops now. That becomes 4u 7 over 4. That's what I'm having here. Now from this point, I'm therefore going to have that if I bring my dy here over dx here, if you multiply 1 times all of this value, you're going to have minus 6, then plus 9. That's what I'm having. Then all over, if you do that now, we are going to have 4. So I will take out my u from the initial stage. My u from the initial stage here is giving me x squared minus 3x. That is my u from the initial stage. So that will be raised to the power of 7 over 4. So I have this as 7 over 4 here. So this becomes how you solve this. Thank you for watching. If this is the first time of coming across this channel, please do well to hit the plus button and also follow for more. Please tell your friends, your family, your neighbors about this channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the other class. Bye-bye.